Okay, it's time to rank these deaths. Right here, I have a list in front of me, right? And it's basically how I'm gonna react to each death. First, we have loud, violent sobs at the top. If this person dies, I'm literally gonna lose my mind. Like, when Max died, I say that with air quotes. You would have thought that she was my sister the way I was crying when Max died. Loud, violent sobs is the top of the list. At the bottom of the list, we have long overdue. Like, yes, I've been kind of waiting for you to be done. You've been here far too long. After violent sobs, we have, oh no, this can't be. If you die, I'm gonna be shocked. This is for fake. Not surprised, ... rest in peace though. And then we have, damn, that's crazy, twin. Yeah, you died, but shit. What now? We're gonna be rating them from 1 to 10, how likely we think they are to die. Okay, so first, we have Mrs. Wheeler. How likely do y'all think Mrs. Wheeler is to die? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm low-key thinking, I think like a 6. I'm not really that worried about Miss Wheeler, but also like, girl, maybe you should be more worried about Miss Wheeler. The way that your family is heavily involved, your son Mike, yeah, you don't even know, girl. He set you up, basically. I mean, she's not important, so I think she's not gonna die. There's theories about her possibly being Vecna's sister, which, yeah, I don't even know how I feel about that one. I've just heard about it. Mike and Nancy. Yeah, and Nancy. How could I forget? Yeah, girl, your kids, they all involved. Hands all over everything. Yeah, you're cooked. I'm so sorry, girl. In the worst way. So let's see. I think, not surprised, rest in peace, though. And now they got Holly involved. Oh, girl. And then your husband barely be around. I don't even know where he at. Next, we have Dustin. If Dustin dies, oh, he's going loud, violent sobs. I don't know how I'm gonna react. I feel like him grieving Eddie is really, really, really gonna get to him. And then I seen pictures of him with his face all beat up, like, oh, Dusty Bun. Loud, violent sobs. Dustin, 8 out of 10, just because how involved he is with everything. At this point, everyone has trauma. Yeah, everybody's a target. I don't think any single person here has no reason to be scared. Nobody here is getting a 0, I can tell you that. Nobody's getting a 0 or 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, release them.
Like, babe, all of y'all have a good chance of getting got. Cause don't think that somebody has no reason to die. Like Bob, soon as Bob started getting his hands all over everything, getting too involved, took my boy out. This is why you keep a distance. Next we have Max. Max is already dead, in a coma. If she dies again, per se, it really depends. Cause if it's like, oh, she has a chance of coming back, but she doesn't, that's one thing. If they bring her back just to take her away again, I'm gonna put Max in, oh no, this can't be. You already died once. I feel like all of my tears for you are kind of eh. Like, can you really die again? I'm sure they'll find a way to make it happen, but I feel like she already got her piece, and what's the point of doing that again? So I'm gonna give Max like a 5. I just feel like Max is gonna be used by Vecna in some way, and that'll make it feel like she's dying again. Y'all, oh my gosh, I just thought about something. Vecna is gonna use Max against Lucas. Lord. Okay, next we have Jonathan. Honestly, if Jonathan died, unless he's with Will specifically, or Nancy, damn, that's crazy, twin. Like, if he's with Will, I feel like that'll amp up the, like, emotional value. Or with Joyce. Oh yeah, if Jonathan is with Joyce, yeah. But then I'll just feel bad for Joyce. It won't even be like, oh, Jonathan died, oh no. It'll just be like, no, Joyce lost her son. Jonathan is like a 6. I don't think Jonathan's gonna die, but you never really know. Maybe he will, but Jonathan could also like save Nancy. Ooh, I would hope so. If he's good for anything, boy, please save Nancy. Next we have Erica. I don't think Erica's gonna die. I'm gonna say, oh no, this can't be. I would be sad for sure, but I don't think I'm like breaking down or nothing, you know what I mean? A 5 out of 10. I don't think Erica's dying. Next we have Holly. Holly, I don't think Holly's dying, but girl, you definitely are in danger though. You're going in, damn, that's crazy, twin, next to your mom. I only feel bad because she's a kid. Like, you really weren't supposed to be involved in this. But you got dragged in because your brother and sister don't know how to sit their ass down. So I'm gonna give her a 4. I really don't think that she's dying. Probably very, very traumatized by the end of this, but I don't think she's gonna die. Next we have Hopper. This is where we start getting into the characters that'll me up. Hopper, you cannot die. I already thought you died. Or well, no, I never really thought that Hopper was dead. I feel like I did for like the first 20 minutes after watching the last episode of season 3. But then they had that little scene at the end where it was like, get the prisoner. And then they were like, no, not the American, the other one. I already knew, yeah, Hopper's still alive, bro. Even though we had to wait years for the next season to find out he was still alive. I don't think Hopper's dying, bro. I think Hopper is gonna be traumatized again and again and again. For the like 15th time, he's gonna be traumatized, but I don't think he's dying. So this might be a little ballsy, but I'm gonna give him a 5 right next to Max because you're good, bro. You're not dying, I don't think. But if that was to happen, no, this can't be. The concept of killing off a character who got fake killed already, they can't. No way, bro. Now we have Joyce. Joyce, you cannot die. Joyce cannot die. One of the only few characters left where if they died, I would actually lose it. I'm going with your father. It's time to go, baby. Honestly, it's not looking good for Joyce. It really isn't. Joyce made it too freaking far, bro. I agree. Jonathan will be distraught. Yeah, and Will. Girl, I don't know, but that's the thing. I feel like they would do that just to, they're gonna do like a cliffhanger. Because, you know, we got 2 breaks. We're gonna get the first part, then second part, then third part. I feel like at some point, they're gonna make us think that Joyce might be on the line. If they don't, I feel like that would be really a missed opportunity. Like, scare me, bro. That's like one of the only people who, if they're even close to dying, I'm gonna be terrified. And in the trailer, Joyce had an axe at the barn door. Girl, Joyce, not to be like that, but what is an axe about to do to a freaking 7-foot Demogorgon? Joyce, please run, girl. I need you to stay safe. I don't think she's gonna die, so I'm giving Joyce a 7 out of 10. I'm so scared for my girl. What if Callie, the lost sister, will be in season 5? I hope so. Like, I don't know why everybody's okay with them just completely disregarding her entire storyline. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of that whole thing. I feel like it's worse for them to make that happen and then just be like, oh, never mind, like that didn't happen. And we're not gonna include it in any of the next seasons. I would like to at least know what happened to her. Like, is she still alive? Did Vecna get her? Like, let us know what's going on. You know what I mean? Next we have Lucas. I'm not gonna lie. If you would have asked me like a month or 2 ago if Lucas was gonna die, I would have probably told you, nah, I think Lucas is good. But after seeing the trailer, the way he's running around with Max in his hand, ooh, Lucas, baby. I don't know. Just based off of what's in the trailer, I'm giving Lucas an 8 out of 10. Lucas, babes, I know you like your little slingshot. It got you feeling high and mighty. I need you to sit down for just 2 seconds and just be safe. Lucas, you can't die, my brother. You're the only black one here. You can't die. You know what? Is that reason enough for them to not kill him off? Him and Erica being the only black ones. Like, you can't kill off the only black character y'all have in the main cast. So you know what? Just thinking about that alone, I think that takes Lucas down from an 8 to like a 6. They can't kill off the only 2 black people they have, right? And then the 2 black people are siblings. Like, y'all can't do that, right? Y'all not gonna do that, right? Oh, loud, violent sobs. I'm so scared for him. Now we have Mike. Honestly, this might be a little controversial, but I feel like Mike needs to die. Wait. I feel like it would just be a good all-around wrap-up of an ending. Mike is gonna end up sacrificing himself for either Will or Elle. Y'all know what I'm saying? And then for Mike, I think he's going in... Ooh, this might also be controversial. Mike, for me, is going in long overdue. You know what? Maybe not long overdue. I don't think it's long overdue that Mike isn't dead. I just feel like I've been waiting. Like, I'm not surprised. You know, he's head of the party. So Mike dying, you died for your party, twin. You know what I mean? Mike is the one usually planning out the campaigns, laying out the monsters, telling them who you're fighting. When the dice rolls, he's the one who says what happens after. And in the trailer, Elle was like, this isn't a campaign. You don't get to decide what happens. If you sacrifice yourself for somebody else to live, I will stop talking trash about you. I promise, bro. Because younger Mike would give himself up, no problem. He jumped off a cliff to save Dustin. But do it for baby Mike, okay? Baby Mike would have sacrificed himself. Listen, I don't have beef with Mike, but I feel like as of last season, Mike is just kind of an asshole now. I used to really mess with you. I don't know, yeah, long overdue. This is why I put Mike in long overdue. I'm gonna give Mike an 8.9. I could see it happening. You know, he's just so connected to both Elle and Will. Both of the people with powers, you're too involved. You're in between. Yeah, you might die. Now we have Murray. I'm not gonna lie, I think Murray's kind of going in long overdue. You just know too much, you know what I'm saying? And that's good for us, but it's like, Murray, what are you still doing here, my dude? The government ain't killed you off yet? You escaped the Russians too? I think, Murray, this might be your season, bro. Alexei was so sad. I know. I still think about it, bro. The balloon popping right when he got shot. Bro they just wanted to have fun. Okay. Now we have Nancy. Nancy can't die. Okay, wait. Before I do Nancy, I feel bad for putting Murray in long overdue. So I'm gonna put him next to Jonathan with not surprised. Rest in peace though. Am I crying for Nancy? I'm definitely gonna cry, but am I gonna cry as hard as I would for Joyce? Nancy's going in, oh no, this can't be. I'm gonna be heartbroken, but I don't think I'm gonna be like a mess. Cause for Max, it was like, oh my gosh, this has broken my spirit. Like, I was grieving for like at least 3 days. I was grieving for longer than that, but like to say the least, it was at least 3 days. Nancy be putting herself in harm's way time and time again. Anytime there's a gun on the scene, Nancy has it in her hand. I feel like Nancy got it, bro. She can handle herself. So I don't think Nancy's dying. This might be bold of me, but I'm giving Nancy a 6. That might change next time we talk. But for right now, Nancy has a 6 out of 10. Now we have Robin. I'm really not worried about her like that. I feel like Robert really...
Damn!
Think before you speak, Mavon. A 5 out of 10? I put her in not surprised, rest in peace though. Okay, now we have Steve. I'm worried about Steve. I'm not even gonna catch him. Because Steve was supposed to die. Steve was supposed to die season 1. I'm gonna put him in oh no, this can't be, because I don't think I would sob unless he's with like Dustin. You know, they gave us that little cliffhanger with Steve getting bit up by but he's fine. They took chunks out of my guy. If he can survive that, I think Steve is good. Killing off Steve would be so obvious. Like, I would put Steve in long overdue, but you know, I am gonna put Steve in long overdue because you were been supposed to die. Eddie was basically just Steve, but less cool. Like Steve if he didn't graduate on time. Y'all just didn't want to kill off Steve. That's okay. I love me some Steve, so I'm not upset at it. I think Steve is like a 7. He has a very likely chance because he's always around. Thank you. Hey, your first gift, Icon Gemirage. Now we're on the last 3 characters. Before we do Will and Elle, we have Vecna. I just added him for fun. Let's talk trash about Vecna for a second, bro. And while we're at it, put this hat on backwards. Vecna, you gotta go. Long overdue. I'm putting you in long overdue. Like, you're not doing nothing but causing pain and suffering. At long last, we can finally begin. Like, yes, he's so weird. What? We all cracking Vecna.
Oh, I'm not hungry. Oh, I'm not hungry.
I don't know who we all is, but not me, baby. Not me. Vecna, you're washed up. You're done. You don't got nothing better to do. It's time for you to die. I really hope Elle and Will team up and really give it to you.
Okay, spoiler warning, so if you haven't watched season 5, I'm about to start talking. Skip like 10-20 seconds. I noticed as I'm editing this that I keep saying things that would make it seem like I already watched the season. Promise you, this live was November 11th, and I just said something like, oh, I hope Elle and Will team up and really give it to Vecna. This was before I knew anything. How Will can see through the eyes of like the Demogorgons and stuff. That's what I meant. I didn't mean like his powers that he eventually ends up having, which I'm going live today to talk about it, but I'm goated, basically.
Oh, Vecna, you're fading. Exactly. Oh, Vecna, your crown is falling. It's time for you to, you know what I mean? I want to give Vecna a 10 out of 10. Like, yes, this is your last time being alive. But realistically, what I feel like they're gonna do is, oh, he always comes back. Y'all know how FNAF was?
I always come back.
Springtrap, William Afton, you know, he always comes back. I feel like they're gonna try to pull a FNAF with Stranger Things. Like, oh yeah, they killed him, but did they really? I want to give you a 10 out of 10, but I'm gonna give you a 9 just because I know how these shows like to move, bro. And I feel like they're gonna try to do a spin-off in like 10 years where, oh no, Vecna's back and he's terrorizing a new group of kids. Okay, last two. We got Will. Oh, Will, baby. You're cooked. Will, you got a 10 out of 10. If Will doesn't die this season, I will genuinely be surprised. Like, how did you not die? I feel like in order for Vecna to die, Will is also gonna have to die. Will's for sure a femboy. That's my man right there. Oh, okay. I know he dying 6'7". I love Will as a character, but then I remember who plays you and I'm like, wow, long overdue. You're washed up, babes. Like, it's time for you to go. I don't know where to put Will, bro. I know I would cry, but also I'm not surprised. Rest in peace, though. But also long overdue. I don't think Will's death is long overdue, just because I always knew that he was connected to the Upside Down, so they weren't gonna kill him off. Like, directly. He's the one who went missing. So I feel like not surprised. Rest in peace, though, is where Will's going. I so badly hope that there's gonna be a Hopper and Elle scene where they just cook Vecna. Bro, low-key, yeah. Can you switch the big back Spider-Man from me in the back? Last but not least, we have Elle, our main character, our GOAT. I gave Will a 10 out of 10. I feel like it's only fair that Elle also gets somewhat of a 10 out of 10. But if I'm being honest with myself, I don't think that Elle is dying. But that could be wishful thinking. I feel like Elle dying would just really, it wouldn't be a good ending. Like, you killed off the main character at the very end of the show. Wow, what a shocker. You just killed her off because it's the last season and you could do that now. You're not really killing her off to add to the story. So I'm gonna put Elle at a 9 out of 10, but I don't think that Elle's dying this season. It would shock me. What are you doing at that point? Because you can't kill Elle off like halfway through the season. If they kill Elle, it would have to be the very last episode. No way. Now, if she did, violent sobs. Loud violent sobs. Because Elle deserves to live, bro. Elle has never gotten to just be a teen and just live life. Other than what? When she was like in the mall with Max, life went directly downhill after. No powers and getting bullied. Will ain't helping her.
Damn.
Just let Elle live, let her be happy, preferably with her powers. However, this is how I want it to end. If Elle does get to live and have a normal life, you know how at the end of season 3, she was trying to get her teddy bear up from the thing and Mike had to come get it for her because her powers wasn't working? I want them to do that, but her powers are like getting better inch by inch. Like, she loses them, but they're working their way back. You know what I mean? As long as she lives. I'm embarrassed to say I haven't watched Stranger Things. Oh, baby. You need to go watch before this new season starts. Seriously. You have time. Because once this last season comes up, you can watch it after, but you're gonna miss out on all of the good stuff. I've been watching Stranger Things since I was in the 5th grade. My aunt put me on. Henderhop? Is that Dustin and Elle? I've never thought of that one. I don't know. I don't ship Elle with anybody. What does that even look like, Dustin and Elle? To wrap up our little thing over here, at the bottom, in long overdue, we have Vecna. Wait, I done forgot the boy name. Sorry. Vecna, Mike, and Steve. And damn, that's crazy, twin. We have Miss Wheeler, and we have Holly. And not surprised, rest in peace though, we have Robin, Will, Murray, Jonathan. Oh no, this can't be. Max, Erica, and Hopper. And then in loud violent sobs, we have Elle, Dustin, Joyce, and Lucas. They cannot die. Duffer Brothers, if you touch them, if you touch Joyce, Elle, Lucas, or Dustin, we will have beef for all of eternity. I will find a way. I will find a way to get to you. Do not touch them. Okay, and that was us ranking the Stranger Things characters based off of how likely they are to die, how sad we would be. Look at my boy. I really wanted the Max one from this season. I still gotta look for that, see where it's at. And then we have the Surfer Boy pizza van. Pretty sure this is a dog toy, but who cares? We have my shirt, hat, all the posters that I showed y'all earlier. This one definitely has to go up because, like I said, I am scared of the Mind Flayer. Not when it's this size, you know. Hi, Mom. You talking to me? You talking to me? Thank you. Then we have this. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank y'all for yapping about Stranger Things with me. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.